Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy BigDonSkillz bringing you another video. We are doing part 2 of the Gen 1 sprites. If it's your first time checking in on this video, remember the sprites on the left are going to be from the original Pokemon Green, while the sprites on the right are going to be from the red and blue version. If you're wondering why is there no yellow in this, it's because yellow looked great and it would just completely outshine these two. So we're comparing the OG of the OG. Now let's get it started. First one, we've got Pidgey at number 16. You know, this Pokemon Green version on the left looks really good. I never really had a problem with the original. It looks just fine, just a little bird. But I like the fact that the Pokemon Green version is like he's a little bit more fierce. So I'm gonna have to go with the left. Pokemon Green wins this one. Pidgeotto. Man, I always remember this one, man. I thought the plump little Pidgeotto it's nostalgic for some reason. But I gotta give props to this Pokemon Green one again, because once again, it's a little bit more fierce. You know, it's got the beak open. As much as I love the original, I'm gonna go with Green. Green has to win again, 2 in a row for Pokemon Green. Ooh, Pidgey. We got a Pokemon Green sweep. The original Pidgey. You know, it's iconic. But there's something about Pidgeotto that looks cooler than Pidgey for some reason. But this green version is fire. The hair is kind of slick. It's almost flowing a little bit. Once again, the beak open, it's fierce. They're both open on these, but the dimensions and proportions definitely went on the Pokemon Green version. So I'm gonna have to give it to that. That's a nice looking sprite for that one. All right, Rattata. Rattata. That's what I used to call it as a kid, Rattata. Actually, this is a tie. I think they're almost the same. It just looks rotated. Looks like the red and blue version just rotated a little bit. But they're pretty much the same thing in my opinion. Ooh, Raticate. Man, nah, Raticate Pokemon Red and Blue sprite I think is one of the best looking ones in the entire game. As far as like pose, design, I think they absolutely knocked it out the park with this one. That's a top tier sprite design. The green version looks fine. It looks really good too. But nah, red and blue killed it with this. I think Raticate's one of the better looking in the entire 150. So red and blue wins this one. Oh, buddy, I forgot about Spearow's original, man. I used to always laugh because it always looked like he was like always thought he was like a player or something, like a pimp. You know, he had that look like, yeah, what you gonna do about it, baby? But, you know, this green version is kind of cool too. It's a little bit more bird-like, a little bit more fierce. They have two different personalities between these two. But that red and blue one, I think out of nostalgia and just how that smirk looked, I'm gonna have to give it to the red and blue. Ooh, Fearow, okay. Dang, that's a pretty clean one. That green looks pretty sick. I think the problem with the original red and blue Fearow is that the beak and the little horns on its beak kind of blend in with the inside of the original Fearow's wing. I thought it looked cool. I still think it looks good, but the original green version did a way better job of nailing that Fearow. His wings are kind of curving. He's flying towards you like he's about to attack. I think they actually did a really good job with this Fearow. So I'm gonna take it to Pokemon Green for this one. What is this, dude? I've never seen this before. What? I didn't realize Ekans looked this bad. Yeah, this is one of those ones where you say it's kind of bad. The one from the original green looks so derpy. He's like, yeah. Was it the? Nah, bro. And the red and blue version looks plain, but once again, it is just a snake. It has no uniqueness about it whatsoever. So for this one, red and blue wins, but these are not good. These are an example of like not good designs in my opinion. They could have done a lot better with these. Now my boy Arbok though, dude. Red and blue wins, dude. I think Arbok is another contender for one of the better looking Gen 1 sprites. It looks very villainous. It's menacing. You know, the design from the, the Cobra look of it, which by the way, for anybody who doesn't know, Arbok is Cobra and Ekans is Snake. They're just backwards. One of the oldest and most known facts, but for people who don't know that. Yeah, the green one looks a little too weird. His head is a little too lean back. Still did a good job, but red and blue definitely wins how it's facing you. I like the ones that face you a lot. Oh man, Pikachu before he was the mascot. I've never seen this green version before. I love the original puffy, little chubby Pikachu. There's something nostalgic about, like, you know, when you finally found him in Viridian Forest before before Yellow came out, right? And you found him in Viridian Forest and you were like, yo, it's Pikachu, it's Pikachu. Just to capture him and realize he's not good at all. I'm gonna stick with the red and blue. I just like the pose, the nostalgia of that one a lot better. The green one looks a little stumpy to me. It looks a little stiff. Raichu. You know, they didn't really do Raichu justice. It's such an underrated Pokemon. Obviously, it's overshadowed by the fact that its mascot will never ever be a Raichu. I'm gonna give this the slight edge to Pokemon Red and Blue. Sandshrew. A lot of people give flack to his original red and blue design. I think it looks really good. They managed to somehow put the detail in the tail and how it's, I don't know what it's called on the animal, but obviously it's like sand, tan, the pattern that Sandshrew has. The green version, it's a little bit cute, but I don't think it looks as cool as the red and blue version. So I'm gonna give this one to red and blue. Sandslash. I thought this design was pretty cool too. That's another design that gets a lot of flack from the community, and I think Sandslash is very cool. Now, as he's been modernized, he definitely looks a lot better. I wish the Pokemon was a little bit better, but I don't like this green version. It looks disconfigured a little bit. So red and blue definitely wins for Sandslash. Nidoran, my goodness, man. Nidoran, okay, spoiler alert, Nidoran males is terrible too. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing this one, the weird like forehead. Listen, I got a big forehead too, but the forehead on that Nidoran and the ear, it looks very weird. The green version, it could have been it could have been done right, but its eyes and detail get lost with the fact that it's like leaning back and howling. The pose is a lot better. So Pokemon Green definitely wins this one because the red and blue design is so terrible. But, you know, Nidoran would get justice later on in the games. And I think even the yellow version is good, but the original, terrible, terrible. Nidorina, a lot better, as you've seen, than Nidoran female. I think Nidorina's, both of their designs look pretty good. I will give this a draw. I think they both do a really good job of just, you know, green's a little bit more stand up and fierce, and then red and blue's a little bit more standby and ready. So this is pretty good. Yo, Nidoqueen is probably a top 5 design of Gen 1 in general. I think, and for the sprite, it's even better. This Nidoqueen is prime time. Absolutely amazing. The green version, not quite it. Too squished in, too stubby. But the red and blue Nidoqueen, top tier design. This is like a 10 out of 10, dude. Male Nidoran, once again, not a good idea. Especially with how cool Nidorino looks on the cover when the game's fighting. And they just did not do a good job of these two. So they both, red and blue wins because it's a little bit more animated and it's running forward, but these are both terrible. I don't think there's a true winner here. Nidorino, though, that green version is fire too, though. I thought they'd had a really good original red and blue, but the green is crazy, dude. Tie. These are both really good, actually. I've never seen this one version before. That was like what he looks like on the animation when he's fighting, right? And then to end it off, we've got the king himself, Nidoking. The green version, they tried it. It's a lot better than the Nidoqueen. But the red and blue Nidoking, also a top tier design. One of the coolest Pokemon, the coolest looking Pokemon ever, are the king and the queen. Pokemon red and blue definitely wins. But all right, everybody, thank y'all so much for watching part 2 of this video. Let me know what you guys think. I've also tested the vertical format. Let me know if you like this vertical format. I know a lot of people view from their phones, but I'm also going through a playthrough of Pokemon Yellow Legacy, which is a new ROM hack that enhances the original Pokemon Yellow. And I want to go through all of the generations of Pokemon. I'm also playing Mario Brothers Wonder. So don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't already. Check out my other social medias, which will be in the description section as I stream on multiple things. Thank y'all so much. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. See you soon. Deuces.